Hello guys, today I'm going to be trying Prismacolors for the first time. In my local store, they cost $65 for a brand new pack of 48, so I ended up going on eBay and looking for a pack and I ended up getting it for $30, I believe. Now, I've heard that there's apparently such a thing as fake Prismacolors that are, I guess people tried to sell them as Prismacolors to make more money, I don't know. But, I mean, they seem pretty legit to me. If you guys have any tips for spotting fake Prismacolors, you can leave a comment down below. The first thing I noticed when I opened the tin of colored pencils was that they looked brand new. I don't think anyone's ever used them before, so I'm really excited that I managed to get brand new Prismacolors for more than half the price. Why did I say more than? Less than half the price. And I will say I'm very sorry that my voice sounds very monotone. I don't know why I said monotone. I can't speak today. Sorry, my voice sounds very boring. I always feel awkward just like editing my videos in my house. My earliest videos, I did voiceovers and I used to lock myself in the car so nobody would have to hear me talking to myself. So I decided to redraw these shoes I drew before with Crayola colored pencils. Now, I'm not saying Crayola colored pencils are bad. They're actually really good considering the cheap quality they are. But well, the one problem I had with them is that I just could not get them to blend as much as I tried to. And as usual, I did not record myself drawing the bare outline of the picture. This is because I wanted to save time, but also because my phone, yes, I record this with my phone. I don't have any fancy equipment or anything to record my videos, but with my phone, it doesn't capture all the lines I draw when I try to record it, so that's why I usually don't record it. This took me a total of 3 days to complete this piece. I could have gotten this done in 1 day because the original drawing of the shoes I did with the Crayola colored pencils, I finished all in 1 day. I was just very busy these days, so if you notice a lot of setting changes, that is because I've most likely had something that came up, and then by the time I got back and had time to draw, I would have to move somewhere else. The first thing I noticed was how vibrant the colors were. And the second thing I noticed definitely was that they blended out so well. With the Crayola colored pencils, they did not blend out as well as I wanted them to. It was really hard to get them to blend out as well as I did in the first picture. And the reason why they blended out so well was because I had to use white colored pencil over them just to blend them out. But honestly, I probably could have not used my white colored pencil to blend it out and just pull it off. But I decided to use white colored pencil over them just in case, and just because that's quote unquote the proper thing to do, I guess. I'm still new to drawing. Also, the reason why I'm not showing the whole process of me coloring this in and explaining step by step what I'm doing as I draw, it's because this technically isn't really a tutorial. It's just me testing out this new product and giving my opinion about it, so I'm sorry if you were expecting a tutorial. Also, the reason why I had to make so many cuts to the process of me coloring this was because when I tried to originally make this video, I looked and it would have ended up being 27 minutes, so I had to cut a lot of things, and then I had to speed them up a decent bit. I didn't want the video to be too long because personally, when I listen to videos, anything that's over 15 minutes, I just lose my attention unless it's someone I really like to listen to. Also, if the video would have been 27 minutes long, that would have meant you had to listen to me ramble on about random stuff for 20 minutes. I don't think you guys would want to listen to me ramble about other things. And personally, I don't want to have to come up with things to talk about in the video to make it less dry. I mean, I guess I could leave the music playing, but personally, I'm not a fan of the music. The reason why I put music in the background is so this video isn't as dry as someone's soul. Basically, but I don't like the music too much. It's just the app I use to edit this. It uses non-copyrighted music, and I don't want to violate any copyright laws, so I use music, but I don't like the music at all. Now, personally, I actually do like this song for this video. I think it's actually pretty nice, but previous music I've used in previous videos, I don't like them too much. I just try to I just try to put them in just so the video isn't super boring and dry, but I kind of find it hard to warm up to. But anyway, back to the video. Unfortunately, as many cuts as I made to the video, it still ended up being a decent bit long, despite me making so many cuts and also speeding the video up as much as I could. So I'm really sorry if you are losing interest during this. I'm trying my best. I will say I ended up cutting out most of the parts where I would go over the colored part with a white colored pencil just to blend it out further. So just in case you do want to try something like this, even though this isn't a tutorial, if you want to try attempting this piece, just note that on top of these colors, I used my white colored pencil on every part of it to blend it out better. Also, ignore the bluish tint in this part of the video. The first part of the video, when I was outside, it was nice and sunny and it was in the afternoon. I decided to draw outside because it was in the 70s, I believe, so it felt really nice. And then later on, I realized I had to run errands. So I ran errands, and by the time I got back, it was pretty dark. So I ended up having to go inside, mostly because it was getting dark and also because it was time for dinner, and the brightness, it wasn't as bright. It was really dark, and I figured it wouldn't look good in the video. So when I tried to go back outside the next day, which is the day I finished it, well, I walked outside and it was grossly hot, so I was kind of sad because yesterday was a really nice day and I ended up not being able to enjoy it just because I had to go run errands. Now, granted, I had to, but also I wanted to. So that's kind of my fault. Though I'm pretty sure on YouTube there's a setting. If you go to the setting button, you can click it, and then there's a button called playback speed. If you click it, you can like change how fast the video goes. I mean, maybe it'll keep your interest. That's how I was always. I'm just gonna say it. I hate my classes sometimes, and I was really bored, so I decided to speed the video up, make it double the speed, and actually it kept me interested. I actually listened and did really well in that class because of that. If I hadn't doubled the speed, I probably would have been very bored and I probably wouldn't have listened at all. Come to think of this, I should have made this a tutorial too, because then I would have actually had things to talk about that were remotely interesting instead of talking about random stuff that you probably don't care about. And man, this is probably annoying. But even if I did do a tutorial, I think the tutorial would have been way too long anyway, and I still probably would have had to make a lot of cuts and speed it up even faster. And I don't really think that would have been really beneficial if you were trying to learn how to draw these. I mean, you probably could slow it down in the YouTube settings, but I still don't think you would like it that much. So, but anyway, if you guys do want me to do a drawing tutorial, just put a comment down below and let me know if you want me to do anything specific. But back to the main idea of the video, I personally really love Prismacolors, and I'm so glad that I invested in them. Some artists that draw really frequently, they do have some complaints about Prismacolors, which I'm kind of surprised about. I think later on, once I start getting better at drawing, I will maybe go back to these and see if I like them as much as I did when I first got them. And maybe I won't. Maybe I won't like them as much. But let me know in the comments down below if you think I should do another review of these products later on when I get better at drawing. But anyway, guys, Thank you so much for listening and watching. Thank you for listening to my random rambling, and I hope you enjoyed this video somewhat. And don't forget to take it easy.